Hello, everybody. How are you feeling today? Are you feeling happy? Are you sad? Are you feeling angry? Are you tired? Hmm. Are you bored? How are you feeling? Good. I hope that you're feeling happy today. And we're going to learn about firemen. I know a lot of boys want to be firemen. So how does a fireman help us? I don't have a fireman helmet, but I've got this one. Does this help? No, silly teacher. Okay, so what happens if there's a fire in your house? What do? You call the fire station. And what happens then? They're going to send a fire truck to your house, and the firemen are going to get out, and they're going to get their big hose, that big hose that you always see, and they're going to turn it on, and they're going to splash all the water all over the fire to try to kill the fire. And what else? What happens if somebody is stuck inside the house when there's a fire? What do? The firemen will go inside in the fire, in the smoke, and they will look for anybody stuck in the house or stuck in the fire, and they will try their very best to get them out and to save them. What happens if a fire is really high up in a tall building? How does the fireman get there? They have a very long ladder on their truck. So the truck will pull up to the building, and they'll lift the ladder up, and the fireman will go up the ladder to go and help and climb through a window and save people that way and get in there with the hose pipe. And if it's very high and the hose pipe can't reach up there, then what do? They use a helicopter, and the helicopter flies over the fire, and it releases a lot of water to try to calm the fire down. What else can we use to calm a fire or to stop a fire? A fire extinguisher. Have you seen a fire extinguisher? It's a little red bottle. They come small or big, and they blow a white smoke out of it. So you push it and it goes and that kills the fire. Sometimes a fire is very big and it cannot be stopped very quickly. So what then? What's the first thing the fireman needs to do? He needs to make sure everybody is safe and out of the building, because sometimes the fire is so big that there's so much smoke that if you're stuck in there, you can't breathe. And sometimes the roof and the walls and wood pillars, they fall from the fire, making them weak and burnt. And if you're stuck in there, these things will fall on you, and that won't be very nice. So the firemen come and they help us. They put out our fires, because if we didn't have firemen, who was going to do it? Nobody else has got a hose so big and a big fire truck full of water. So firemen are very important. If there's a fire at school, the firemen come straight away. If there's a fire at your house, they will come straight away. If there's a fire in a building or in a mall, anywhere, they will come straight away. Sometimes there's a fire in a field, and sometimes they will just watch the fire to make sure that the fire doesn't go too wild. But sometimes the fire started by someone and they weren't supposed to start that fire, and the fire goes wild and it's burning, and it's just burning all the trees and the plants, and there's animals in the fields and little birds in the trees that get burnt. So the firemen rush over and they try to contain the fire. That means they try to stop the fire as much as possible, as quickly as possible. They want to try and stop it from spreading. So firemen have a firehouse, It's the building where they keep their trucks and their cars, and where the fireman waits for the alarm that there is a fire. And they have a long pole, and they slide down the pole, and they put on their clothes and their helmets, and they get on the truck, and the truck has got lights just like a police car, but they are red, and they also have a siren and a very loud hooter. So when there's an emergency, they rush into the truck, and the truck goes, and they put on the siren so that all the cars know, I'm on my way to a fire. Please get out of my way so I can go very fast to get there to help people. So that's what happens with firemen. So I want you to go do your activity, and then I want you to have fun today doing your activities, okay? And then I'll see you again tomorrow. Go have a look at your pictures for this talk, and then do your activities, okay? Bye. See you tomorrow.